this Arctic frost thing has been getting revealed over the past several weeks, and especially now we have the story that the FBI requested phone records of 8 Republican senators. This appears to have been related to their investigation of election disputes in 2020. The New York Post is quoting someone who says it's worse than Watergate. But Mark, how about you give us your analysis of that situation?
Well, we should always be suspicious whenever the executive branch does criminal investigations of legislators. It's just, it's a sensitive area. And for sure, we need to know more. But the notion just that it's always wrong for there to be investigations of members of Congress, that's just not, then look at history. Lots of members of Congress have been indicted by the Justice Department, sometimes by a Justice Department controlled by the same party as the legislator, not always, though. So I want to know more, but I think people who are saying it's worse than Watergate, we just don't know enough. All they did, and again, I'm not minimizing it because we need to know more, all they did was get the metadata of some of their phone calls around January 6th. We need to know why they did that, how they chose the senators they did, but on the face of it, it's not worse than Watergate because all they did was get metadata, and that's not worse than Watergate, at least as far as we know right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's another image here that we can throw up. By the way, it looks like it's 276. This Jack Smith tracked private communications calls of nearly a dozen GOP senators during J6 probe, FBI says. And 286 is another image, J6 probe phone records of Republican lawmakers. So this is, I mean, I appreciate you not, veering into hyperbole here, Mark, but it's pretty disconcerting. And I mean, there was a lot of conservatives that were looped into this investigation, and even Turning Point. So this is a pretty far-reaching thing, and really uncomfortable to as we learn details about this, especially given our proximity to some of this.
Yeah, so, look, once you have an independent counsel, both parties have found this out. They hand out subpoenas like I hand out cotton candy at the carnival. They give it out to anybody who wants it, and we need to know more. There needs to be accountability, but no one was indicted. Nobody went to prison. And I'm not minimizing it. I just want to be clear, but let's follow the facts rather than just say anytime a special counsel or anytime the FBI looks at the records of a sitting official, that's meant to intimidate him or it's meant to be political. It might have been. I want to know, but we just don't know that yet.
Yeah, well, there's definitely no Democrats on this list. It's Senator Lindsey Graham, Bill Hagerty, Josh Hawley, Dan Sullivan, Tommy Tuberville, Ron Johnson, who's the great Ron Johnson. We should get him on the show soon. Cynthia Loomis, Marsha Blackburn, and Mike Kelly from Pennsylvania at the time. Rep. Mike Kelly from Pennsylvania. Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. We got a minute here left, Mark. Any final thoughts, any closing bits of wisdom you want to share?
Just ask everybody to be inspired by, as so many have been, by Erica Kirk's forgiveness and capacity to forgive. I think that is in too short supply in our society. And I think people on the left and the right and the middle and everywhere around should be inspired by someone's capacity to forgive in an unthinkable situation and maybe start to forgive more people in their lives. And I've taken that to heart and been inspired by it. And I cite it regularly. And I hope people consider how hard that was as compared to forgiving folks in their lives.
Yeah, well said. Mark Halperin, Two-Way TV, next up on the Megyn Kelly Network. You're doing great work, my friend. We'll have you on again soon, I'm sure.
Gentlemen, thank you.
And
honored to be on.
Thank you so much for just being a steady hand in the midst of this and helping people that maybe don't or didn't to help better understand Charlie and what he was all about. That means a lot to us here, and it didn't go unnoticed. So thank you.
Yeah. Grateful to you both for your leadership through this hard time. Thank you.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.